A Denver judge on Tuesday vacated the first-degree murder conviction and the life sentence for a man named Stephen Martinez. A Denver jury convicted him back in 2000 of the 1998 death of a 4-month-old girl named Heather Maudez. Back then, prosecutors convinced the jury that Heather had been a victim of what was then known as shaken baby syndrome. She had a skull fracture, she had a brain injury, and the jury found him guilty of first-degree murder. Fast forward to now, the Corey Wise Innocence Project brought in some outside experts to re-examine the case, and they found multiple experts who concluded that Heather's death was not caused by shaking or by abuse, but by an underlying respiratory illness, and that the skull fracture could have been explained by a fall that occurred a couple of weeks earlier. After the Denver District Attorney did its own investigation, it concluded that the jury did not get all the information it should have gotten back in that trial, that if it had, it might have reached a different verdict, and it agreed to support the motion of the Corey Wise Innocence Project attorneys to vacate Stephen Martinez's conviction. That happened. The question now is whether Stephen Martinez will be eligible for compensation under a state law that can pay $70,000 a year for each year someone wrongly convicted spends in prison. Here's the thing though, Stephen Martinez is going to have to prove that he was actually innocent, not that there wasn't enough evidence to convict him, but that he had actual innocence in the death of Heather Maudez. It remains to be seen whether he'll be able to do that and whether ultimately he'll be paid out for the nearly 28 years that he spent in prison. If he is, he's likely to receive close to $2 million.